to my house. Tonight, we're just going to have a few beers and talk about whatever we want to talk about. Not for sure what we will talk about, but the floor is open and it's yours. Feel free to let me know. You can leave comments when this gets posted and everything to tell me what you guys want to talk about. I know Saturday nights are weird for some people, and they don't all want to come out and hang out on Saturday, but this is my party, and this is what I do. So, welcome to the first person that is IC's on here. Sit down, have a cold drink, and let's talk about it. Well, that first person didn't last long. Well, now they're back. I thought it was kind of weird that I got a thumbs up and then it disappeared. But yeah, it's been a long, fun week. Had a few doctor's appointments. I've been keeping myself busy to forget about the loss that I've suffered, but we're making it through. We got little Lily up here on my lap. She gonna go sleep. She upset because we ain't been upstairs yet. I think I've opened up a bad can of worms with her and her sister. Because as soon as the lights go out and I start to head upstairs, they're on my heels. They enjoy sleeping with me and hanging out. Which is okay. It's just the two little ones and half Wally. Wally comes up and lays down and hangs out with me. I finally got the tile put back in my bathroom. I made a video on how I repaired that. I've done a couple cooking videos. Did a couple shorts. So I've got things happening, it's just nobody's watching and nobody's paying attention. And one of these days, if I show up naked, I'm sure I might get one or two more views than usual. I doubt it. So since nobody's going to talk or there's nobody on here, we're watching Cops. That's what's happening on TV. People running from the police. It never pays to run from them. They're going to catch you. Oh, I got a heart, little thumbs up. 2 people watching. Welcome. We're just watching Cops here. What do you guys got going on? I'm just having a couple cold ones this evening because, well, we're ending my week. I work Monday through Saturday. Sundays, I kind of lay around, just me and the dogs, and I don't worry about a whole lot of yard work yard work I do, but, housework and all that. It's more focused on relax. That's what we do. Well, nobody's hanging out now. They show up, they disappear. They show up, they disappear. To me, I find it funny. You can hang out if you want, and if you don't, that's cool too. I'm going to be here either way for at least an hour. Usually about 20, 30 minutes into it, people start talking. So then it lasts a little bit longer, but it'd be more interesting if more people talked and we had conversation about whatever. Somebody's racing down the roadway out there. I better watch out. That's going to get him a ticket. Because you get in trouble. My road's only like 35 miles an hour, but they treat it like a racetrack some days. And I think it's pretty cool to sit there and watch the police go after them. They're like, got him. A lot of people shouldn't even have driver's license. But they do. I'm doing my nightly nib nose. I like to sit back and see what other people are doing. There ain't much nothing going on. I'm kind of betting money if I decided to sit down and smoke crack or something, more people would watch. They'd be like, look at this fool. He on live TV with a crack pipe, getting high as hell. I don't know. Huh. Watch it again. Do-it-yourself tile repair. Made a video about that. That is my video. Now we know what some people are up to. What they're watching. I guess I'll have to pull out the old disco light and just turn this place into a club. A club with no music. Because dogs are sleeping. My brother went up to go to sleep. So I'm down here by myself, just hanging out with you guys. Each and every none of you. Because that's how many people are here. None. But I'll find something to talk about. I always do. Even if it is talking to myself. What's that song? 5 years old and talking to myself. Where were you? Where'd you go? I'm not trying to fake it, and I ain't the one to blame. No, there's no one home in my house of pain. So, have another drink. Have a beer with me. Hey, bartender, hook me up, bartender. Oh no, I'm dropping stuff already. And I'm not even 2 beers in and dropping things. Hadn't even finished my first one. And done dropped the remote control. Gonna be a long night with me in a little bit. She's sound asleep. Her little sister, Definitely Molly Moo. And that's my little Lily Faye. They are daddy girls. Except little Miss Lily has been staying in trouble because she keeps digging herself out. And today she dug herself under the fence. How's it going? What's up, Rolly? We're just relaxing and having some beer. Talking about little Miss Lily down here. She dug over the little fence and got in that little side yard I try to keep them away from because my next door neighbor's got a dog that makes Wally look small. His name's Charlie. He's a big obese looking dog, but he's not mean. But she was right up on that fence challenging him like, come on through, I'll whoop your ass. Living the dream. You always dreamed of being old and broken down too. It's the only dream I'm having right now. It's kind of more of a nightmare than a dream, but it is what it is. I'm old and I'm broken down. So now I'm going to drown my troubles 1 beer at a time, but only 6 beers. That's all I allow myself. I had a couple of them the other night with my brother, just hanging out, doing whatever. Yeah, my lottery dream is not working either. I tell everybody I wouldn't tell anybody I won the lottery, but you would see signs. Definitely would see signs that I won it. For instance, here in about 5 minutes, I won't have to get up and get my own beer if I won the lottery. Because if you win the lottery and you got all kinds of money, you end up with early 20-year-old friends walking around here trying to be your pal. Because they loved you way before. Yeah, that was Lily. She come in and I left it in there. I was going to cut it out, but she was so cute just coming up to see what I was doing. So she had to photobomb the video and it's like, what you got going on, Dad? I laugh. I was like, okay, that's cool. She's always around me. She's on my lap now. Her and her sister, Molly Moo. Yeah, I cut out the part where the cat bombed me too. Because she doesn't only bomb, she comes in there screaming. And all she wants is food. And there's always food out. She just wants you to go over and hold her tail while she eats. Which is beyond me. But for the most part, the kitties are pretty cool too. Went out earlier and Lily's out in the yard and she's got a mole. He dead her at 4 o'clock. So she was out there with the mole. And I swear that mole was that big. Deader than 4 o'clock, laying on his back. And she was wanting to eat him. And I was like, I snatched her up out of the yard. I was like, no. And by the time I grabbed something to pick it up, she was already heading back toward it. She's like, I'm going to eat it. I was like, no, you're not. But these damn little puppies, they've gotten more moles than my cats. I mean, I don't get it. I got cats for rodents and stuff. You got one, what? I don't get the rest of that sentence. I'm lost. I got one, two. I'm lost. It doesn't take much, so don't stress. I forget my head some days if it wasn't attached. Because sometimes that happens too. That I forget where I'm at, or most of the time I forget what I'm trying to say. I know what I want to say. It's at the tip of my tongue. But sometimes my tongue and my brain, they're not on the same page. So when that happens, I just look at people like, oh. It's like my video the other day. I was making dinner and I'm holding it in my hand and I really cannot think of the word tomato paste. I'm like, I got the, oh yeah, tomato paste. And I throw it in the pan. I was like, how in the hell do you forget that? You're holding it right there. I don't know. I don't recommend having strokes. Anybody. Big, small, little. However they work. Just don't do it. If you have to do anything. Yeah. It's got me in trouble too. Maybe that's why she left, because I said the ex-wife's name once before, and it's like, you know what I'm talking about. I was talking about me and her, but the ex-wife name came out. Not like that I've talked to her or said anything to her in over 10 years, but it came out. And I think she was mad about it, but I can't help it. It's just what it is. The brain is a fickle piece of shit. And when you go shorten out parts of it, then it can't do anything for you there. It's just like you shorted that part out, so things are going to come out. Not that I ever had much of a filter before all this shit started. If it popped in my head, it came right out my mouth. And it gets me in trouble more than once, because you'd be talking to a buddy and he'd be on the phone and you hear him in there and he'd be like, just looking dead in the face, not even thinking about it. That's the one that's on the phone. Be like, damn, your wife's a bitch. And then you hear, what did he just say to me? I'm like, uh-oh. I'm sorry, dude. We all stick our feet in our mouth once in a while. And if you haven't ever done that, I suggest you try walking on water. You might be good at it. Because everybody's done it. Yeah, open mouth, insert foot. That's my life story. But nothing ever happened to me as bad as what happened to one of my business partners when we were laying wood floors. We were all riding in the van going to a job, and my business partner's over there in the passenger seat, and he's looking out, and one of the guys in the back's like, "What do you see?" He said, "Man, I see this girl over here. She is beautiful, fine, but she ain't got no titties." And the dude was like, "Let me see, let me see." And he reaches, leans forward and looks out, and he goes, "Oh shit, that's my girl." And I was like, "No fucking way." And sure enough, it was his girl, Christian. She was beautiful, but she had no titties. And he even admitted it. He's like, "Yeah, she's fine, but she ain't got no titties." Yeah, I wouldn't say I float because I'm fat. I mean, I'm so full of shit, I float. I'm so full of shit. My eyes are brown. And if you don't know what you're talking about, at least pretend like you do and make it sound interesting. But yeah, I've stuck my foot in my mouth a few times. I think everybody does. That's why I tell everybody don't never trust a fart because everybody's sharded. And if they say they haven't, they lying or it hasn't happened yet. Because it happens. You know, all life shit rolls downhill. And unfortunately, I'm usually the man at the bottom holding the ladder. So we're going to get it that way. I like that. 9 times out of 10, I am nowhere near dazzling anybody with brilliance. So I will baffle them with bullshit. I've learned from the best. I've grew up around some of the best bullshitters that ever walked. So I can spot it a mile away. Yeah, this stuff's on a slow delay, so it's trying to catch up with what I said and what you're replying to. It's like, okay, yeah, I got it now. But it's my only form of entertainment. I watch reruns of Cops and crazy old TV shows. I've been watching the shit out of Quantum Leap. That's right, trying to figure it out. But yeah, I've been stuck on the old TV show Quantum Leap. I'm like, there you go. I wouldn't mind jumping back in time, but I don't think I'd want to appear in someone else's body. I want to jump back and be a fly on the wall or something, but not one that gets a fly swatter. Just the one that watches and listens, pays attention. Yeah. For some reason, all the new TV programs and everything it's just crap to me. So I get on there and stream Quantum Leap. I watched. Yeah, I fall back at night. I watch The Rifleman. The other day, I ended up watching. I was on a movie kick that day, and I watched Convoy with Chris Christopherson. Good movie. And then I even went to. I watched Children of the Corn. I haven't seen that since I was 10, 11 years old. But I was still watching it. I was like, hell yeah, okay. Little Samuel or whatever his name was come out of there. Malachi, he wants you too. It's like, uh-oh. Now you're talking. Up in Smoke. I like the Corsica Brothers. That was a classic from hell. Had some weed smoking in it, but it was still hilarious as fuck. About he down there drinking guys under the table and not feeling a thing, but his brother over there drunker and Cooter Brown. Old movies and old TV is just a lot better. Okay, now I know where to find it because I have Pluto TV. I love free shit. And everybody's like, it's got commercials. I'd be like, I grew up on commercials. They don't bother me. I'm not an instant, let me watch, let me watch, let me watch. Oh, commercial, flip a channel. Shit, that gives me a reason to get up, stretch my legs, go to the bathroom, grab a snack, and let's finish watching. Yeah, I have the Pluto. Of course, I have a Ruco TV, so I watch the Ruco channel stuff and everything. I try not to pay for anything. Yes, that's what it's for. A commercial is pause for the cause, if you will. And sometimes it's because I got to pee. So I didn't make any cooking videos this evening. I did make a 2 egg omelet that had mushrooms, green peppers, and onions and some cheese in it. I folded that over, put about 5 pieces of sliced deli ham on top of it, put some cheese on that, put it on some Texas toast, and that's what I call dinner. Yeah, I would have, I need to get back Paramount Plus. I actually enjoy that. The new programs like Landman. I don't know if you've watched that yet or not, but that is off the chain. 1943 or 1923. Yeah, that's the one, 1923 or 1823. Okay, I'm gonna eat your pork steaks, but I'm not touching your Brussels sprouts. I like cabbage. I just don't like cabbage balls. That's what they look like, little nuts off of male cabbages. It's like, no. I don't do Brussels sprouts. I guess I'm weird. I mean, I like collard greens and I like fresh spinach, but I cannot stand that spinach that is shredded up. It looks like collard greens. That's not good to me. I like fresh leafy spinach on a sandwich. Go to Subway and tell them a little bit of lettuce and a whole lot of spinach. Yeah, I'm wanting to get back to the Yellowstone. It was on Paramount for the first little bit, the first season, and I was into it. I watched every bit of it, and then they took it off, and I was like, "You son of a bitch! How dare you?" But Landman, that is good, and Tulsa King. I don't know if you watched those Sylvester Stallone in that, but that's a pretty good show and stuff. So yeah, I about eat anything except I'm picky about a few things. I don't like slices of tomato on my sandwich. I eat salsa. I eat things with tomatoes in it. Yeah, I'm not paying for Peacock just to watch a show. They jack cable up so high, and they're like, "Yeah, you can stream this, this, and this," and by the time they're done nickel and diming your ass, and you might as well go back to cable. I thought it was the first time I seen it. I was like, "Damn, you pull 25 years not saying a word, and then you get exiled to Tulsa, and then you start kicking ass, and then they want your money." A very good show. That's the reason why I want Paramount Plus back is Landman, Tulsa King. I might have to pay for that. Yeah, when you start picking this shit up, I mean, it goes up, and that's what they were planning on. It's like you guys got me messed up for real because I'm a cheap bastard and I'm old, so I like old shit. Except for I don't know if you've seen it yet or not, but I saw the other day supposed to be the new 2025 Plymouth Roadrunner. Now that was one badass looking car. I like the old ones, but that new one, the way that they showed it was nice. But yeah, I prefer old shit. All three of my wives were older than me, so yeah, I like old shit. Ah, shit. Speaking of, we're going to take a pause for a cause. So I'll be right back. Hold on just a second, everybody. I'm coming right back, Lily. I'm just grabbing a beer, sweetie. Look in the camera and say hello to everybody. All right, I'm back. Yeah, better technology, worse antenna reception. I like watching TV that way too. I remember when I used to be the remote control. But yeah, all this streaming stuff and nickel and diming you to death. I mean, I have to walk in the kitchen to get beer because right now my water line going to my ice maker is broke and I haven't had a chance to fix it yet. And I'm too cheap to go out and buy ice to put in a little cooler and set my beer right here while we have this conversation. It's like I get up, stretch my legs. I'm just going in for a beer. I'm coming right back. If you want to hang out, you will. If you don't, then I totally get that too. But I'm highfalutin this week. I brought out a can opener, so I quit using my lighter, or a bottle opener. So I quit using my lighter to open my beer. I have tools, I just didn't bring them to the party, so to speak. Yeah, I remember doing that. It's like the screw be loose or something back there, and they're in the middle of the program, so ain't nobody grabbing a screwdriver. It's like, just hold that right there. So you're like, okay. And yeah, we got paid. You got food on your table, the roof over your head, and clothes on your back. That's your allowance. That's what the hell you get. You want money? Get a job, you little bastard. Yep. That's how you got paid around there. Which, I get it. My mother was a single mom from the time I was 7 years old. Hell, I was grown out of the house before she got remarried again. So she raised 3 kids by herself. I get your pay is clothes on the back, roof over your head, and food in your belly. I understand that. But this day and age, shit, if you ain't buying your kids the best shit in the fucking world and technology out the ass, they don't give a fuck. You don't love me. I mean, shit, you talk about love. We grew up with parents that told you, go play in traffic. And it's like, damn. And this is the best thing. I don't give a shit. Just get the fuck out of my face. Go find something to do. And I was like, whoa. All right, I'm out. You head out the door and be like, be home before the street lights come on. Nah, there's no jobs like that now for kids. But I had a paper route too. And I done that. And I wish I worked at a filling station there to pump fuel. I got sent out with the farmers in town. Go bale hay, go cut tobacco, go strip tobacco, go hang tobacco, go bale some more hay. Find something to do. But I didn't mind it because it gave me plenty of spending money. And then I'd end up going to school and sit there looking out the window all day. And yeah, it's crazy because kids don't want to work. I used to think it was cool as shit that all these restaurants and little small hometown things in town that you would go to, and I mean, you had friends that worked there. They were delivering pizzas and shit, and it's like, damn, look at you. Or they were stocking shelves or doing something. It's like, now, shit. The only time kids get money is you got to pay them motherfuckers to get off what electronic they're on. But my daughter ought to feel privileged that she was a girl, and I pushed her education. It's like, look, don't be like me and quit school. Get your ass out there and get educated. But if I had a son, I own my own hardwood floor installation business. Boy, you going to work. You gonna learn the value of a dollar. But I was blessed with a girl, so yeah. That's 32 and one past the half. Or that's 31 and three of those little things right there. It's like, oh shit, we're in trouble now. We're in so much trouble. You can't read a tape measure or ruler. Oh boy. Now they don't have to. They could probably just take their cell phone, find an app, take a picture of it, and they'll tell you that's 43 inches and 3/8 away. And that would be 6 of those little things past. Yeah, some people are, I don't know. You tell somebody teaching kids how to balance a checkbook. I mean, I don't think checkbooks even exist. I'll just go online and pay that bill. What do I need to write a check for? Just weird. And they're not going to teach. It's the third line past the big line. Okay. I've had them do that, and I've literally sat down with the younger ones, and I've shown them how to read it. It's like, okay, let me show you. This is how it goes. It's all divided up into 16ths, and here we go. But yeah. Yeah, it's just as easy. Used to, what I would do is when I had young kids with me and we were doing a measuring something that was too long for my arms to reach out, I'd grab my tape measure and I'd go, here, you grab the stupid end. And they look at me like, what? And I'd be like, just go down there and hook it onto the board. You hold the stupid end. Because that's all you got time for. I'd tell them that, and then we'd have new kids and stuff, and we'd get out there, and like I said, I lay with hardwood floors in people's houses. So you get a new kid, and you tell them, hey, bud, go out there in the van, and there's a thing about this long. It looks like this. I said, it's a board stretcher. Yeah, grab that for me and bring it back in so I can stretch this board. And you're like, all right. I had one guy sit out there literally for 45 minutes looking for a board stretcher. And I finally walked out there. I said, what are you doing? He says, I've looked everywhere. I cannot find it. I was like, okay. So somebody please tell him. But yeah. Oh no. You could probably go back and see what all the conversation was. But yeah, I was just talking about measuring boards and having young help that couldn't read a ruler. You just stretch out the tape measure and be like, here, you hold the stupid end. And then you walk down and measure your board. Yeah, see, even the internet isn't the greatest thing. Okay. Sorry you missed it. But yeah, I said that one. Then I was talking board stretchers. no such thing, but people will look for them. Because I learned from the best old country redneck assholes. Yes, they do. Every one of them. And I learned to be a smartass from old people because you ain't lived until you had an old redneck take you snipe hunting and get your dumb ass to walk down the bottom of a hill while he's supposed to scare some furry bug behind you into a potato sack that you're carrying as they drive off down the road laughing their asses off when you get to the bottom of that hill. And then you like, you fucking asshole. And that's how I grew up, hanging out with morons and idiots. But they teach you, don't be so gullible. Because I grew up knowing that you can't believe everything. So when the van pulls up and says, I got candy inside, bitch, you better show me the candy first. I'm not playing that. I got candy. I want to see it. I'm still here, so nobody had the candy. I guess me and you the only ones tonight, Rolly, talking as usual. I'm glad you come and hang out with me because if you didn't, then I wouldn't have anybody to talk to. I got a couple, you and one other person's watching, but nobody's saying nothing. Oh, I'm sorry, Brickland. Yeah, I remember doing some bricklaying work, helping a guy one time, and I'm sorry, but there is nothing heavier than a waterlogged, mortar filled 16-foot 2x12 that you got to carry from one end of the house to the other. Yeah, I had the thing. I probably messed that up because I scheduled it and then it didn't say anything about nobody was waiting to watch and shit. So I deleted that little schedule. So that's probably why you didn't get the notification. That's my bad. It's like I said, learning for me. So I'll know to keep it on there just in case somebody else had it hit and it just wasn't showing up on my end. That's just crazy. But yeah, I'm gonna try to do this on Saturday nights. And like I said, gives me something to do and hang out. If nobody watches, that's cool. I know there's got to be some old fuckers out there watching or catch it and that want to put their 2 cents in about their crazy ass hard lives and shit that they had to do. But I guess we got to find all the people that are stroked out and not worried about getting up in the morning for church with the missus and off to Sunday school. I know that feeling. The only reason I know it was 9 o'clock is because it's usually the dog's bedtime, and I was watching TV and I was looking. I was like, "Oh shit, 10 minutes till time to get everything ready." So I was like, "Okay, let's do this." Because like I said, I've got no life. I got stuff piddling around to keep me busy, walking, playing with the dogs, and trying to stop them from digging out. Lily got out of the yard today again. This little crackhead dog, I mean, literally digs a hole no bigger than that, and it's not even that deep, and she squeezes through it. And I heard the dogs barking, and so I was like, I know something's up. So I went outside, and no sooner than I got outside, I knew she was gone because Toby was halfway over the fence. He was climbing up the side. He's like, I'm going after her, Dad. I was like, get your ass down. I don't need two of you gone. Yeah, that's about it. Just enough to keep the brain going. So that's what I piddle around doing. But I'm hoping the MRI that comes up next month shows no more damage. But I've got a thinking notion that there's going to be one or two mini ones that have popped up that are new, because I got these bad feelings sometimes, and a dizzy, worn out, tired, quick feel. And I'm pretty sure it might have been another mini that's not a full blown stroke like the last ones, but any of that shit's too much. But yeah, I get to go for a heart monitor, big 21 days of wearing that bad boy. They're getting a hold of the lady that's gonna close the hole in my heart after they get everything from the other doctors to make for sure. Yeah, we can hope for all clears, and I don't mind the all clears, but I don't know. I'm not for sure it's going to be that way. It might just because other shit. Because my heart doctor, he's a little concerned about all you can do. He's concerned because they put the little thing on my finger, and she sat there for a good 4 minutes, and she's like, well, your heart rate got up to 50. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I said, I've been that way my whole life, that while I'm sitting in those chairs at doctor's offices, my heart rate takes a minute just to get to 50 beats. And I don't think he liked that too much. And I'm like, well, it's what it's always been. So he's the specialist, so we'll see what he's got to say about it. For all you new people joining, we're just having health and heart and stroke related conversation, hard work, beer, whatever it is we can think of. So I guess that deterred those two away. I should stop telling them what we're talking about. They're like, okay, that's boring. See ya. But I don't want you hanging around at my party if you don't want to be here anyway. This lady's 65 years old, too old to be stealing shit. A bottle of wine and a quart of oil. So you having you a cold beer this evening, Rolly? Not mistaken, I think your drink of choice was Coors or something. I'm not for sure. I'm waiting on my heart doctor to jump my ass about my cigarettes too. That'll be coming soon. Coming to a doctor's office near you. This thing has been out of whack all day today. I slept on it wrong and I can't get that girl to go lay down. I'll sit here like this for about an hour. Oh, that's okay. Shit, I don't blame you. Couple a day, keep the doctor away. I figure you get drunk and miss a stroke, then hey, you're good. You're like, oh, I thought I was just drunk. I'm sorry. Slurred speech. Can't move. It's like, hey, I had too many. I love these crazy emoji buttons. They're too funny. Yeah, I was gonna have one earlier, but I was like, no, I'll just wait. Get my party started and relax. What you want, snuggle butt? Ah, that's Molly Moo hanging over here now. See my sweetie. She climbs up on the. I keep a pillow there. I tuck up under my ribs on the left side where I broke them, and she climbs up there and sleeps on that pillow. Boop. And then I have to move her around so I can tuck it under my ribs. Yeah, I have some paste in there for my goatee. Well, it used to be much longer, but I had tried to trim it and stuff before it was ready to be trimmed, so it kind of thinned it out a lot. So it was long, but it wasn't very full. So in one of my depressions, after 3 years of growing it, I just said fuck it and said, right. I got the video where I shaved it off, and I was like, well, I probably should have never done that. But now it's growing back. I guess it's time to get out that paste. I forget what it's called. I know it's no good name like "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou." All I use is Dapper Dan. Yeah, I don't mind the things to help trim it and tame it, but I'm not using color or any of that stuff. I earned each and every one of these. This is having a daughter. This makes you go bald fast and quick. Because with a boy, you only have to worry about one penis. With a girl, you have to worry about them all. So that makes your hair go quick. These, yeah, these are work and women. Earned every damn one of them. I'm gonna keep them all. I've never. Gotcha. Yeah, this has never came off since I was 17 years old and grew it. And usually from 21 on, the goatee hasn't went anywhere. It's gotten down, face smooth and thin and small and little, but I've never shaved it off. And then when I cut my long goatee, and then I noticed all this new sagging shit that I didn't have before, I was like, quick, grow it back. I want to hide my oldness. Pretty soon I'm gonna be like Grandpa Simpson and holding the vacuum to the back of my head just to suck all the wrinkles out of it. Like, there you go. But yeah, I usually don't shave anything off. I need to get it under control because it's pretty well lined up if I could keep everything straight. Except it looks like I'm bald over here, but I have this one white streak, silver. You can see it in the right light that comes down, but it still looks like there's hair missing, and you're like, ugh. Facelift by Hoover. Yes. I need something stronger than Hoover. I need like a Kirby so I can put it on my lower back and get a tummy tuck. Be like, there you go. Suck it in. But I'm not complaining on that department. I mean, I went to the doctor and I'm down to 267, which is pretty good because when I got off the truck after my stroke, I was 310. So that was a year ago at 310, 67. I'm 43 pounds in a year. That's not bad. Sorry, I had to do the math and had to take my shoes off so I could count. I can count to 20 with my shoes off. Yeah, those are pretty sweet looking. The big yard vacuums got the big bag at the bottom, and you just roll around and suck up all your leaves. I usually just close the deck up and turn the mulch blade on and just chop it up and turn it into fertilizer for my yard. Or are you talking about one of those industrial vacuums to do your tummy tuck? Okay, now I might caught back up. But yeah, got it now. I don't have a button for emojis, so I'll just give you one. I mean, it is what it is. Women get that nice midlife spread across the hips and everything. They usually don't like that, but I'm a bigger guy. I like a thicker girl with meat on her bones and a woman that knows how to cook, or at least looks like she knows how to cook. That I don't mind. But as I got older, the only thing got bigger was this big old gut and these legs. But I was real happy because I put on some blue jean shorts the other day that I haven't worn in 8 years. Because once I started truck driving, I started swelling up and shit. I quit trying to buy bigger size pants. It's like, nope. Shorts with drawstrings and sweatpants. That's what I lived in. But it's happy to see that I can get a pair of pants on now. And it's like, okay, they're older pants, but they still work. Because I have about 5 pairs of brand new ones that were bought, but I got too big for them by the time I got home to try them on. And I never wanted to get rid of them. I said, one of these days, I might get back down there. So I'm proud to say my big ass is in a size 40. I remember a long time ago, I was in a size 34 in my younger days. And I thought, well, that's fat. And then it went to a 36. I was like, not bad. Okay. And then I hit the 38s. And I was like, okay, we're getting close there. I hit 40s and I refused to buy anything bigger. They already look like fucking whale pants when you pull them out anyway. It was like, nope. So from that point on, I moved over to elastic shorts and sweatpants. Like, there you go. I cheated. I kind of wish I'd have got a little bit bigger because I would rock a moo in a heartbeat. I'd be like, there you go. I'll walk around in a man dress and be like, let them dangle. Yeah, that's how it rolls. I mean, women get the spread and we get the gut. But yeah, it's part of life. I don't understand those people that, oh, I could still fit in my wedding dress the day that I got married. And it's like, okay, no kids. Some people are lucky. I am not. He got caught underneath a car with wrenches in his hand. And he like, I was just holding them for somebody. He out there stealing catalytic converters and he's like, I was just holding these wrenches for this guy. Where's the guy? I don't know. He took off about an hour before you got here. Just, I don't know. Some people. That's fine. You go ahead and take your little boy out there and let him do his business. I'm going to hang on here for just a few more minutes, and if nobody shows up and wants to shoot the shit, then that's probably what I'll do. So you have a good evening and be safe and let Goober go. Good night, Rolly. In that case, I'm going to go grab a beer. I'll be right back if anybody's still here hanging out. let's have a conversation. Talk about whatever. Yeah, me too. Uh, that was the hardest day I've had this year. And I had my wife walk out this year, but losing RJ was the worst. Still is. But I thank you for your condolences on that. That was rough. Let me grab a beer. I'm coming right back. What kind of lizard did you have? I had two of them. Well, the ex had two of them. I gave them away probably about a week after she left. Bearded dragons. I had two leopard geckos. Let me get that word out. I had those two, and then she had to, when she left, I don't know anything about reptiles, dogs, cats. We're good. Reptiles, not so much. So I found them a new home. Yeah, they were pretty cool. Little dudes were, well, one was a boy and one was a girl. They were always into something and having fun. And love watching them at feeding times because that's a sight to see. Hunting live crickets, just tearing it up. Yeah, I could sit there for a couple hours watching them just do whatever when they're out and about. I understand bearded dragons are probably more social and getting around a lot more than those little geckos did. I'm gonna go grab another beer. If you need one, grab one. I'm coming right back. Don't take off. They're like dogs. I've never had a bearded dragon, but I've heard that they were pretty cool. I'm coming right back. You guys sit right there. Say hello to anybody that pops up. All right. Walking along, walking along. Going for a beer, going for a beer. Walking along. All right. Look out, buddy. I'm back. I don't know if anybody's still there, but yeah, they are. I'm missing a dog. All right. Let me see. She didn't go upstairs. So do you own any more animals besides the bearded dragon? There you are. I knew I'd. Come here, girl. Come here. Where was you hiding? You little turd. Fish. I like fish too. They're sprinkle a little food. Hardest part is cleaning their tanks. Come here, Lily. You don't want to come up here? Okay. You know, cleaning their tanks and stuff, but I get enjoyment out of watching them just fish around. I've never had a see-through fish. I bet they are pretty cool to see. I like animals. Come here. And all that stuff. What was you hiding over there for? You want to help me open my beer? All right. You want first sip? Is that what it is? You want the first drink? You're a little young to be drinking, but I bet they do look kind of spooky. A see-through fish. But I think it's pretty cool just to see like water moving. You can see right through it. I've never had one, but I have to look that up on the internet just so I can see one. Okay, kind of just like a skeleton swimming. That's pretty neat. I guess that stops people from eating them because there ain't no meat on that fish. Nothing but bone. Okay, what's that? That word you said. I have my. I'm putting my glasses on. Axolotl. Do tell. A salamander type of animal. Okay. You like exotic things like fish that you can see through. Bearded dragons. Some sort of salamander type. I stick to the old fashioned cats and dogs. Uh, some people like fish, snakes. I can't do steaks. The only thing I think a snake is good for is target practice. Break out a gun and shoot it. Because I'm not educated. I don't know if they're a Aussie doodle. Yeah. It's yeah. It's crossed with a poodle. And I know what the Aussie dog is, so I guess he's hyper allergic or whatever. You know, they don't shed or most things that are crossed with a doodle. That's how they are. And hardly no pet dander and stuff like that. He's half. Which half? Top half or bottom? I'm kidding. I get that. Come here, buddy. I can put you up in this chair. Come on. Come here. You about to fall asleep standing there trying to get up in that chair. Come here. Teddy. Teddy, Teddy. Come here, buddy. I can't pick you up from across the room. I know you'd like for me to be go-go gadget arms. Hell yeah. Yeah, my teddy bear. Ah, you're allergic. I got you. I'm not allergic to these guys or my cats. That's the reason why I got the cats is little children and the man was allergic to them. But yeah, I think I always wanted one of those crazy cats that have no hair on them. They look weird. But yeah, they're kind of like they're so cute that they're so ugly that they're cute. Yeah, I just find stuff like that is crazy. I like looking at other people's exotic, crazy animals and stuff. I mean, people that have iguanas and things. I think they're cool. A naked mole rat. Yep. What you see down there? Ain't nothing down there. You just got your head hanging low. Mister. What you want? What you want? You my buddy? Use my buddy. This is Teddy. Of course, if you follow my page or anything, you would probably know that this is Teddy, but I'm just letting you know in case you didn't. Yeah, he is cool. He's a little ornery. I think his sickness is, he's over being sick, but he's not got the energy he used to have. I don't know what it done to him, but he pulled through his sickness. Where is the allergy capital of America? Teddy is probably a little over 6 months old. This is RJ's little brother. I know they look nothing alike, but this is little RJ's little brother. So he was born also on September 25th of 24. So September. You almost 7 months old. You almost 7 months old, big boy. He was the runt. This one here was half the size of the palm of my hand when he was born. He was very little. He was the baby and stuff. And Lily is his older sister. Molly. A couple of runt cats. Huh. Are those the ones with no legs and everything? Just real small? Look like somebody went through Honey, I Shrunk the Cat. Honey, we shrunk the cat. What do you want? Kinda. He was not weak or nothing. First 3 or 4 days is they would bully him off the titty. So we bottle fed him and kept him going. Sometimes his mama would be on him, didn't want to feed him, so we kept him going. And then he grew up and he's bigger than all the rest of them. Hell, he's bigger than his own daddy. He's so lovable and playful. He just always likes to play or chew up my shoes. He likes my house shoes. My cigarette went out. Meanness. You little ornery turd. Ooh. That's pretty rough. Well, that's good. I don't get why some dogs are, I guess they're weird. They shun away the ones that they think aren't going to make it. All right, you have a good evening, and thanks for shooting the shit with me for a few minutes. That gives me, like I said, something to do. I enjoy it when everybody talks, but you have a good evening and thanks for stopping in. Who's next on the conversation block? Chime in. Thanks. We're going to try to. Nobody wants to chime in now. They all disappeared. And we're good with that. I'm not for sure. Everybody's gone. Well, I can see why. We've been on here for a minute. For quite a big minute. For quite a couple minutes. Huh. There's one watching. Hello. Usually when I say hello, they leave. It's probably because they don't want to talk to me. I don't bite. What do you want to conversate about? Is there a dog you'd like to see or nope? We just got voyeurs that hang around. They spy on you and then they disappear. They spy on you and they disappear. I'm just thumbing through TV. You guys just want to stop in, and listen to somebody else's conversation, then chime in and read messages about all blah blah blah. I'm not joining any of the fun. So I guess that's how everybody's gonna be. Nobody wants to hang out. Nobody loves me. And I'm good with that. Nobody cares. Well, with that being said, and nobody's on here, you guys have a great night. Be safe. And for those of you that tuned in, thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel. Hit that like button. Do whatever. Or don't. I get it. Have a good evening.